Welcome, it's Magnus here, and today I want to talk about why I wouldn't want to pre-order the GH5 just yet. I was excited, believe it or not, I put in my order off of B&H just to be able to just get that feeling of what it's going to be like to buy that camera and what I'd want to buy with it. So I went on the website and I almost hit that pre-order button. But then I didn't. I wanted to stall a little bit, maybe do a little bit more research and see if I was actually going to do that or not. And then after considering some time, I decided not to do it. Why? I've got a few reasons. 3 reasons exactly, but they're big ones. And they might apply to other cameras as well when you're considering pre-ordering a camera or waiting until some time has passed before you see what's out there next or order the camera of choice. Now the first reason, and actually what started my thinking process, was an interview that I caught on Cinema 5D on YouTube. Umatsu-san from Panasonic, I might have butchered his name, but he is someone from Panasonic who of course knows everything about the camera. Started talking about just the ins and outs and the details of the camera, but the way he described it, he was giving me the feeling of like, okay, this is a camera built for consumers, not professionals. I personally don't like hearing that. And in the video, of course, he went on to state the fact that yes, he knows that professionals will use this, but it's pretty much a camera designed for consumers. When I hear that matters to me because no, a lot of professionals do use it, and the company does know that they do that, but they're gearing it towards consumers. Nothing wrong with that. But when a company's mentality is to say, okay, we're not going to put everything we possibly can into affordable price into this camera because, quite honestly, pros got their thing, consumers got their thing, and we're thinking consumer mind, it just gets my brain thinking like, what do you think about a consumers? In that same mentality, the reason I kind of have an angst with that is because Canon 5D Mark IV has been marred over its video features, and everyone says, well, Canon's focusing on their cinema line. Is that the reason why they made it difficult to work with the 5D Mark IV? And are we getting the same thing with Panasonic? Probably not. I mean, the GH5 is going to be a great camera, I'm sure, but that gave me that first initial uncomfortability. Moving on from that is the autofocus features. This is my second reason. I don't know how well their autofocus system is going to work, to be quite honest. The autofocusing for me is so important when it comes to shooting video because you can have a camera that can record amazing footage, but if none of it's in focus or your focus is just you're pulling and pushing the focus, it just doesn't work. And for me, I need something that I can rely on and boom, 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 stay sharp as long as possible so I can get those really good significant shots that will be usable to me in post-production. And I don't know what that's going to work like on the GH5. I'm not going to say it's bad, I'm just going to say I don't know yet. And I'd like to know how well it works out there in the field. So I'm going to actually look towards others to record what their experience is like and then show me if it's worth it or not. Finally, and the third and last reason is my experience pre-ordering cameras and the results that you get. 5D Mark IV, I knew about the video frustration before it was released. I knew all the specs, but you really don't know what a camera is going to be like until you actually start using it. You don't know what shots you're going to get. You don't know how well it's going to work. And there has been some growing pains, especially if you see my video with the different cards that I had to test just to get this thing to record on SD card in 4K. It was not exactly a cheap adventure. So that camera is pretty expensive when it comes to working the ins and outs and finding out what'll actually work. So basically, because of those 3 reasons, I decided, you know what? Great camera. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm going to wait to see if it's for me because a really big deciding factor, like I said, is the autofocus features. And everything else I'm sure will be great with the camera. And I'm looking forward to its release, but I'm decided to put it off and wait. And maybe that's the best choice for you. If you're really nervous about these features, give it some time. Other reviewers test it out. Just like I tested out the Mark IV for you guys, maybe you made the decision to buy it or not, based off of what I said. But, you know, let me know in the comments down below what you think, or if you pre-ordered the camera, or if you're not going to pre-order the camera, let me know why. Or just basic thoughts. I'm always here and open for a conversation. Hit that like, hit that share button, and of course, you can make my day if you subscribe today. This is Magnus, and I'm out. Kind of flubbed up that little end, as I sometimes tend to do when I'm nervous. But I'm not nervous. I just nervous to get this camera. I don't know what it is. Anyway, see you guys later.